Okay, so we're about to walk into a forest, Louise and David Bazett-Jones forest. And I have two questions. My first question is, are you taming the forest? What are you doing in there with it?
Can't tame a forest. It shouldn't be tamed. It should be wild. But it's suffered in its new growth because it's overrun with invasives because we've introduced things to North America that shouldn't be here. And the forest will ultimately recover, but because humans caused a big problem here, humans can actually help nature out and fix it sooner than nature will. So that's what we're doing, is making it a healthy forest from a very unhealthy forest.
Interesting. Well, you're just about to give us a tour, but I have one other question. Natalia Shields also here, and amazing photographer. And I wanted to ask all three of you, are you hippies?
I think I had a taste of it for about 1 or 2 years in my 20s, but no, definitely not. But I don't know. I mean, hippie in the sense that I'm not sure what you mean by a hippie, really, to be honest.
Well, you know, back to the
Free love
land and
stuff.
living on the land and that kind of thing.
I associate hippies with protesting Vietnam. In high school, we liked the rebellion songs.
We listened to Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
And Pete Seeger
Yeah.
and
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Sure, yeah. So so we were hippies then, maybe. and I think,
And then what happened to you?
You were never a
then
hippie.
Seriously.
we became part of the capitalist culture.
Right.
and went off to university.
We went to university.
yeah.
We did the right things. Teacher, you know.
Teacher, another teacher.
A scientist, you know, right in there with the pharmaceutical industry. But now, coming to the realization that capitalism has not worked, that we are on a suicide mission in the way globalization has organized societies, and so I think we're hippies again because we got to change. We've got to change the direction.
David, can you tell us what you've done in here?
Okay, so you can see that there's a lot of stuff lying on the ground.
Okay, we'll take a look
these
at
are
that.
the branches from buckthorn. An enormous amount of shade with its canopy. It prevents native ground cover and native tree species from becoming established. It's an invasive that came from Europe, where it's a decorative plant, but is controlled there, whereas here in the northeast U.S., Quebec and Ontario, it has taken over. As you can see in patches, all this green intermediate canopy is buckthorn.
So all that, pile, that bush pile, is that buckthorn?
It's all buckthorn.
So is there any use for that? Do you just leave it there, or
so
what do you do?
So the big logs are fantastic firewood. It's a very dense wood. When it's dried, it's a really good firewood. The branches I'm going to cut down. I think most of it will rot on the forest floor if I just keep walking on it and breaking it down. If that doesn't work, I'll have to burn some of it.
Okay.
But I don't really want to burn it,
Right.
if possible.
So it's a wait and see. And I
Wait and
thought
see.
having sort of a layer of stuff,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word, on the forest floor like that, including twigs and branches, is that good?
Yes, it is.
Is that good to
Yeah.
have?
It will rot and create new soil and humus.